to breathe at night. But guess what? Still,
He still gonna eat.
hell yeah, eat the hell out of it too. Man,
Oh, good.
some people, man, you know what I'm saying? They gonna do what they want to do. Only because you know they gonna say yes though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
what you mean by that?
Like, man, you know the doctors and the
Oh, right.
they gonna come and get you.
Fact.
You know what I mean? But when you know that's for a fact and shit, you know what I'm saying, you can take them type of chances and shit. Like, man, I know I ain't supposed to be having this shit, but hell. You know what I mean? Diabetes the same way and shit. No, it ain't supposed to have the damn sugar and shit. Instead of eating chocolate cake.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Yo.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
What's going on with y'all folk, man? It's your boy Mr. King, man. Today we got a special guest, man. A very respectable man that most people can't withstand the thing that he been through, right? And right now I'm giving y'all a kind of an inside look on Mr. King life, right? So y'all can see like some of the image that I came from. See, when you got two parents, right? Not only does your intellect pass down, your features pass down, your emotions pass down, but even your appetite sometimes, right? So we finna give y'all a little brief conversation, you know what I'm saying? And he gonna put y'all on game, right? Because I know in this society, right, most people like as the system work, right, they get the father out of the family structure, right? And that was a powerful move. It wasn't a good move, but it was a powerful move because of the father brings structure to the family, right? So I want y'all to kind of witness this conversation that we have. You know what I'm saying? It's all cold, uncut. You know what I'm saying? But right now we got a very respectable man, right? So pay attention, take some notes if you got to, man. We're going on, Pop. All right. So listen, right? I want you to give them an example, not even an example, right? See, on my platform, right, we got some people that's spiritual, we got some people that's religious, right?
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? When it comes to life, right, it's all about mindset, right?
Right.
So if you ain't got the best mindset, bro, this word will take you out. You know what I'm saying? You gonna talk me multiple things about the mindset, right? So, you know what I'm saying? Earlier today we was talking, right? And you had gave me I said, man, we got to put this on the platform right now. You know what I'm saying? I said, hey, give me an hour. You know what I'm saying? Let me go set up the spot, right? And I'm gonna bring you straight to the platform. You know what I'm saying? So you can, you know what I'm saying, give these folks some game. So because this game right here that you was giving me, right, these folks got to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I said, hold on. This $1 million man right here. You know what I'm saying? Most folks can never get this information. Most folks don't never hear their dad's side of the story, right?
Okay.
And that's another thing, right? See, it's like, I told him this too, right? As I got older, I started to realize, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't understanding, like, you know what I'm saying, dang, hold on. I can only imagine what he had to go through, you know what I'm saying? And my pops now, he done had like 10 kids.
Yes.
10 kids now. I can only imagine what he had to do to keep it together, you know what I'm saying? Or stay out of jail, right? Or, you know what I'm saying, whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And that I ain't knocking him from that, right? But when I first met my pops at 18, you know what he told me, right? He told me this some real game, and I never forget it, right? He said, I made those mistakes so you wouldn't have to. Instantly, everything that I was doing, bro, I said, whoa. Because he was right. He had made all the mistakes that I was thinking about making. You know what I'm saying? But I never fought him, right? Because if he would have blew up and got rich, my whole life experience would be different, and I wouldn't be complaining then, right? So, is it your parents' fault for not providing you with this and that, or is it your fault for not using the resources that you was provided with? Because everybody got an excuse, and if you're looking for an excuse, life's gonna present it to you every time, man. So I want you to give them an example, right, of that 10 Commandment thing that you was telling me about. I was like, oh man, this is a powerful story, right? I'll let you, you know what I'm saying? You can give an example if you want to, right?
All right, yeah.
Speak
Just on that topic right there, you know, the first thing is that we go through life and we have trials and errors when we try to do it on our own, right? But then it come a point of time where we have to realize that, you know, some of the people who are older than us done been through those trials and errors too.
Fact.
You know what I mean? So we try to figure out this right here. Okay, well, I've been doing it this long on my own, and things ain't been going the way I wanted to go. Why? You know what I mean? And yet other people seem like favor has fallen upon them. You know what I'm saying? And then we say, why? Okay, as you notice, it's older people that be in the church.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? always the older people instead of the younger people who be in the church. And the reason for that is it took those old people their whole lives to go through their lives, their trials and errors before they realize that the word of God is true.
Right.
And that God really is at work in their life. Meaning this right here. Okay. We too grown and the world is too real for us to be doing something that don't exist. We can't be playing, we can't be faking, you know what I'm saying? And so therefore, when you try something so many times and it don't work out the way that you wanted to work out, and then you try another way and it worked, you're gonna stick with the way that worked, right? That only makes sense. All right. When people read that word after they done made so many mistakes in their life, and then they finally apply that word to their life, and then that thing start working, then they be like, okay, now I get it. Now I'm gonna stick with what worked.
Right.
See, that's why people be so old in the church, because they done live all their young life making all them mistakes before they tend to turn to the word and then start applying the word to their life. Man, at I would say like the end of their lives. Now they got to hang up this thing right here. You know what I'm saying? But truly, you want to, or you wish that you had got a hold to this thing when you was younger, so that you can apply it and have a longer, prosperous life. You know what I mean? Prosperity comes from when we follow the instructions. So it'd be like, say if I take a model car, you know how you take all them little pieces and you break the pieces off the plastic and you just try to put it together. You know what I'm saying? The way that you think it go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when you finish, you got all these pieces left over. You know what I mean? Or even some stickers. They don't be like the car on the box.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you sit there and you read the instructions, you know what I'm saying, and you put it together piece by piece according to the instructions, that thing gonna look right. It's gonna operate right. You know what I mean? It's gonna run like it's supposed to run. See, that's how our lives are, and that's the Bible instruction to our life. Of course, we feel like we be missing out on something. You know what I'm saying? And then you got them little voices in your head telling you, what to do. Temptation gonna come. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be tempting. But that's where you gotta stand strong and you be like, nah, I ain't gonna do that right now. I ain't gonna do that right now. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, when you stand strong like that right now,
Talk a lot.
when you stand strong like that, man, God watching. You know what I'm saying? And he on your side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he really on your side. And that relationship with God is between you and God. It don't got nothing to do with nobody else. You see what I'm saying? So we got this 10 Commandment law. You know what I'm saying? The law of Moses. You know what I'm saying? Exodus chapter 20 gonna explain that. You know what I'm saying? 1 through 10. And so we all fall short of the glory of God. You know what I'm saying? We gonna make mistakes. We human beings. It's our first time being human. Ain't nobody got this thing right yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if we apply those things to our life, man, God true. God real. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, man. And he will come to life. You know what I'm saying? In your activities, your job, your work, even your play. And then you're gonna see that this thing ain't no play thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And not to cut your wisdom or nothing, but how was it when you transferred from jail to society? How was that?
Well, from jail, no, jail is a whole different world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it kind of like you adapt to your surroundings no matter where you at. You know what I'm saying? So they could take us to from Africa to Alaska. You know what I'm saying? From the heat to the cold, and you're gonna adapt. You know what I'm saying? If you're in Africa, you're gonna take some of them clothes off, and you're gonna be running around. You know what I'm saying? Shirtless, butt naked, because it's so damn hot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or if you're in Alaska, you're gonna be putting on some wolf skin or some bear skin. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna adapt to your surroundings. You know what I mean? So in jail, kind of like that, man. You know what I'm saying? You seeing individuals who always in somebody's business. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta let something get by you. Everybody's business ain't nobody's business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For real, you gotta let somebody get by you. I mean, my old man had told me one time that I think he was like 82 years old, and I was like, sir, can I ask you a question? He's like, what is it, young man? I was like, how old are you? And he was like, I'm 82 years old. You know what I mean? And we wilding out in the streets, you know what I'm saying? I'm like in my 20s and, you know what I mean? Everybody gunning and banging and the whole nine. I'm thinking like, how the hell this man survived 82 years? You know what I mean?
Right.
You got partners and shit dying at 25, 26, you know what I'm saying? They getting life, they getting the death penalty and the whole nine. So I'm like, how the hell this man survived 82 years?
Right.
You know what I mean?
What was your craziest jail experience? Like, what was the craziest thing you seen up there and made you like, damn, this is real?
I'm gonna tell you.
He got some good ass stories. I'm telling you.
The craziest thing. Well, I seen some crazy things. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. You know what I'm saying? Through the whole thing there. But I think like the craziest thing is a simple thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I first got there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I must have weighed probably like 135 pounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Soaking wet with boots on. You know what I'm saying?
You better be skinny.
Man, I stood in the wind and the wind would blow me and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then. You know, we out on the yard. When you go to the yard, you know, you got all these big huff cats, man, and they all tatted up, bandanas up, they banging, and they, you know, bench pressing 400, you know what I mean? They y'all just stood right there in the wind. And then I remember looking at the gun tower and the razor wire on the fence and shit, you know what I'm saying? And she looked just like the movies. And I thought, like, damn, I'm really here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's
like
the real deal.
Wow, man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that right there was crazy, but after that right there, man, you know what I'm saying? It just took a toll on me that I am where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm finna make the best out of this situation right here, you know what I'm saying? So
do you feel like you had to go kind of insane just to survive in there?
Nah, I was already insane. You know what I'm saying? That's what got me there in the first
Right.
place. You know what I'm saying? So I just stayed with it, went with the flow of that thing right there, man. And really utilizing what I had learned. But I was wise enough to you know, get with cats who had a level head on them, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was out in Cali, so the first thing, man, like, probably like first chow hall that I had went to, all the cell doors cracked at the same time. And I stepped out on the tier, you know what I'm saying? And it was a dude. The dude had probably about 6, 7 holes up in him leaking, looking for a place to fall and shit. That scared the hell out of me and shit. I was like, oh! I still remember what I had for breakfast that day.
Yeah.
And we had oatmeal. We had big ass cinnamon roll, covered the whole tray and shit with some peanut butter and shit. You know what I mean? I got my tray, put my back in the corner. You know what I mean? I ain't seen nothing. I knew enough not to say nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What I seen. But that was a crazy incident, man. And in that chow hall, man, I met a cat from Atlanta. You know what I mean? I think dude was a bank robber or something like that. And he was doing 30 years. He had already been down 12 years, but he was going to get out in like 3 more years. You know what I mean? And he had a visit, you know what I'm saying? His wife was still down with him, you know what I'm saying? She pulled up in a blue Corvette. We could see it out the window. I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, she been down with you all these years.
How many years he was in there?
He had been down 12 at that time, but he had to do 15 off of 30.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he had took me up under his wing, man, and he schooled me, and he was like, man, listen to me. He was like, you know, all the cats up in here ain't straight, man, you know what I'm saying? And then them old cats and shit, you know what I'm saying, that people be calling them pops and shit, you know what I'm saying? They ain't nobody daddy and shit, you know what I'm saying? They want to, you know, molest you, rape you, or whatever, get you up under their wings, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do something foul, and I thought, like, oh, okay, so it's like that. So I took, you know what I'm saying, heed to what he was saying, and just kept to myself and shit. So everybody who say they your friend, they ain't your friend and shit. And everybody, you know what I'm saying, try to buddy with you and shit, you know what I'm saying, it ain't cool and shit. So I ain't need that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna listen to this man right here and shit. And when he say go, I'm gonna go. And then when he say stop, I'm gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? The police, you know what I'm saying? Other than that right there, man, you know, I can read, write, and understand things on my own. You know what I'm saying? So I pretty much, you know, got into school, you know what I'm saying, utilized my mind, you know what I'm saying.
Now you got into school inside there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they got educational programs, work programs, you know what I'm saying, vocational programs, you know what I'm saying, things that you could do with your time. Utilize your time. Of course, some people don't choose to go that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They just want to hang out like they on the street or whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying? Try to get them some sip in their cup. You know what I'm saying? At that time they was sipping on them syrup wheels. You know what I'm saying? Syrup wheel, Kool-Aid, milk.
What that syrup wheel, like NyQuil?
Man, that shit like lean. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Put you down.
Purring, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You sideways on the yard. You know what I'm saying? And really in that type of environment, you slipping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I made a vow to myself, man. I ain't finna do no drugs. I ain't doing no gambling. You know what I'm saying? When I'm incarcerated, you know what I'm saying? For the whole time, see. I used to play chess with this old dude, and he was another bank robber and shit. You know what I'm saying? With this dude, he got life though.
Was that the thing
Oh,
back
man.
then? Like bank robbing was the thing?
No, that really wasn't a thing. You know, shit, 85% of the population is with murderers. You know what I'm saying? Who ain't never finna see their life.
Fact, they
You
ain't
know
got
what I'm
nothing to
saying?
lose.
But the old man had told me, you know, he had pulled my coattails to this right here. He was like, you know, point people out in the yard. You see that group right there? You know what I'm saying? All they do is get high on the yard. They be buying up pills and just doing drugs. But the thing is that one of them ain't gonna have shit one day. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna get mad because the other one ain't gonna share with them. You know what I'm saying? They gonna try to shank them up. And I was like, wow, yeah, it ain't the group that I want to be with. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
Yeah.
So listen, right? So as you got in there, right? What happened to your friends on the outside?
Shit, with friends. You know what I mean?
With,
Man,
like,
they was out there
like-
doing what they were doing. We
Like,
was in two
shit.
different worlds, man. I ain't getting no letters. I ain't getting no money on my books. You know
Was
what
that
I'm
like a fast thing? Like you already had to know that, or
Nah, actually it wasn't, man. I couldn't even concern myself with that, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I started cutting hair, man. You know what I'm saying? I became real good with that razor. You know what I'm saying? I got real good with that.
that's probably
razor,
how I
man.
started cutting hair. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Like, you don't never know where you come from or where you get your skills from. Like, I don't know what made me start cutting hair. I just started cutting hair one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I say. When a mother and a father have a child, not only the intellect passed down, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
emotional passed down,
Right.
intelligent passed down, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things passed down.
Yeah, you're right.
You feel
You're
me?
right? Because you know that barber that was passed down to me.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I was my grandmother's first grandson, so my uncles was waiting for a boy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so when it finally did come, you know what I'm saying, we just had boys. You know what I'm saying? After that, so they was barbering our hair, and so we started barbering each other hair. The same way that girls do that, learn how they do braids and everything. You know how they be braiding each other hair like that. You know what I'm saying? We started barbering each other hair and that type of thing. It just passed on. So by the time I think I was like 18, 19, I was already doing the neighborhood's hair. You know what I'm saying? But I was just barbering with the clippers though. You know what I'm saying? Just the clippers and the guards and everything. Then I learned how to fade, how to do a triple B or try to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give a cat cool ass style. There's been some times, man, where I done gave some cats some haircuts, man. They changed their whole attitude. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about change the way they walk and everything.
Yeah,
you know, they come in there. I said, man, sit down, man. Man, I got a little money to pay you, man. Man, I ask you that, man. Just sit down, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing to do, so it's a good way to pass the time. And I wake him up, man. And they look in the mirror, man, and it changes his whole step, man. You know what I mean? Then come back, man, here, man, spend $30. I said, what? Spend $30, man? I only charge $3 for a cut, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If man, spend $30, man. My girl put $100 on my books, man. Straight up, she was telling me how good I look. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that, man.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know, it was a good pastime, man. You know what I'm saying? And it kept me to myself.
So how
You know
was,
what I mean?
excuse me, how was segregation? Like, was segregation right around that time?
Yeah.
Not just in the jail, but outside the jail. Like,
Oh.
was it very segregated?
Outside, well, you know, I grew up in Cali, you know what I'm saying? So Cali like the land of the gang bang, you know what I'm saying? So that we've got politics and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? You got Crips, Bloods, the Mexicans, and you got Aryan Nation, you know what I'm saying? Nazi Low Rider. You know, and you got the long hair, the white boys, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we come from a family where there was no color lines, no guards, you know what I'm saying? The white people were just as good as black people to us.
Right.
You know, in particular in our family.
Okay.
There was racism before I was born that was still lingering out. You know what I'm saying? It was lingering out. So the people was trying to change the time. You know what I'm saying? And the vibe was different for them. You know what I'm saying? But for us, it was more like, you know what I'm saying, you are who you are. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you know, every individual, they batting 1,000 with me until they show me differently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, if y'all want to keep hearing a lot of these stories, you know what I'm saying, make sure y'all hit the cash up so we can, you know what I'm saying, keep this up now. If y'all want to hear more from him, you know what I'm saying? And me, I got my grandma who gonna tell you about a little bit more about the segregation that happened in Warner Robins. You know what I'm saying? Now, back in Warner Robins, it used to only have 2 schools, Northside and Warner Robins. You know what I'm saying? Or a lot of folks used to go to Pearl Stevens. So if y'all want to hear a lot more about this stuff, make sure y'all hit the Cash App. Now the Cash App gonna be in the bio, and we're gonna pick this up. We're gonna pick up the quality and everything, man. We're gonna get it jumping.